Hello. Trading is closed on May 31st, 2022. Let's start with our disclaimer. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, June the 1st. Remember, I can be wrong. Any trade you make should be at your own risk. It would really help me if you click the like button. YouTube has this algorithm, and the more times people click like, the more viewers the channel gets. We had a few calls. Look for the pattern with the early low. Tends to be a rally day with a high in the final hour. We got that. Tomorrow should also have the early low. This really isn't the way you want this pattern to look. When you have an early low and you rally like this, by this time you normally think it'll keep going up. We'll see why this didn't happen here today. When you have this and you don't close near the high, it should lead to more weakness tomorrow. The one thing that would kill that would be if we gapped and overtook this high fast, because what counts isn't today's close but tomorrow's open. We said that the open should tell the story. We'd come to resistance. We said if we didn't gap over this high, that the attempts to break through shouldn't succeed, and that's what happened. We got a sell signal in the afternoon, just means lower prices are coming, doesn't preclude going higher first, but we did that and then the sell signal paid off. We had an ultimate buy signal in the morning and that worked, but we have an optional lower target of undercutting this dashed line, reversing all of today's gains. Let's look at what happened at the top. Showed this before. Here's your 89-week moving average. Here's your TDST line. Those are resistance areas. So far, at least, we've stopped right at resistance. Here's the daily chart, looking for a 190 handle move over this line. Here's 190 handles. You hit it on the nose. It doesn't have to be a stop and reverse, but pattern doesn't require you to go any higher. We went slightly over yesterday's high, but on the scheme of things, it doesn't change this trend line here, which is still resistance as well. So we did stop right at resistance. So either you gap over it tomorrow or the line's going to win. It's tough to count what's happened here, but this could be A with AB of B and this being an expanded flat, but at this point it probably isn't the only way to count things. It's an optional target 4105.42, 95% chance it prints tomorrow. If we gap up smartly, I wouldn't hold my breath. If this doesn't print by tomorrow, I'd forget it. But that's this line here, meaning we undo all the gains from today's low, if that prints. Tomorrow's pattern has the early low. We could still gap up. Here's a lower target. It's optional, doesn't have to print, but prints about 95% of the time. And if it prints tomorrow, it implies a retrace of today's rally from the early low. Nasdaq McClellan oscillators given a Bollinger Band reversal sell signal. Today's normally bullish pattern wasn't, it was bearish instead. Either you gap and promptly overtake today's high, or we see lower prices, even if we don't close lower tomorrow. All in all, today's action's negative. Bulls need to gap and promptly overtake the high of day, or lower prices should print tomorrow. We gap over today's high, all this negativity goes away. But if we don't, there's a good chance we undercut today's low pretty much, because there's an optional target 4105.42. Pattern has the early low, so there's at least a possibility that prints early, but it certainly isn't a requirement. That is today's call.